What's up, cool people? My name's Matt, aka That Random Christian Gamer. Hello, Seth, and all the rest of you out there watching. Hope you're having a good evening so far, or whatever time of day it is. You know, realizing this could be all over the world. But yeah, I myself, to be quite honest, am quite tired. But I'd still gonna get through tonight's stream. I think, I've got enough to keep my interest that I won't be like falling asleep on you or anything. But I will make sure to get some good sleep after this. I just haven't gotten as much sleep the past few nights as I normally would. So pile that on top of the typical, waking up early on a Thursday. But yeah, so for tonight, we are continuing our study through the book of Job. Specifically, we're looking at chapters 3 and 4 tonight, where we get into a little bit of, Job's initial, maybe slightly past his initial reaction to the tests that he has endured. And maybe some other conversation with some of his friends that joined him at the end of chapter 2. But after that, since I did not defeat Yozora in Kingdom Hearts 3 this past Friday when I initially wanted to, yeah, I'm going to be trying that some more tonight. And I guess if I end up beating him kind of on the quicker side of things, I don't know. Gonna have to figure out something else. Might slip in a little Hades or Slay the Spire or something. I don't know. Though I might be in the middle of an active standard run in Slay the Spire. Anyway. Hello, Owl. Yes, you have made it for the early part of the stream. But, yeah. I'm figuring most of the hour post-Bible study, if not all of it, will be taken up by trying to beat Yozora in KH3. So, Owl, to answer your question, I'm overall pretty good. A little extra tired because I haven't gotten as much sleep as normal the past few nights, but aside from that, alright. At least I personally am. To be quite just candid and open, I heard yesterday apparently that my grandpa on my dad's side isn't doing great. I mean, sleeping, I don't been groggy in general. I felt like most of today I was just kind of like zombie mode. I mean, look, my grandpa is like 90, somewhere around there. So, I mean, we all in the family kind of understand his health isn't going to be the best overall. He's also been dealing with dementia, at least to some slight extent, for a couple of years now. And yeah, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just like, I'm taking consolation in the fact that he has lived a long life, and if his time is soon, then I will, try to just remember some of that life that he lived. But yeah, anyway, Twitch ads are going to kick in here sometime kind of soon. So, yeah. Once those do, I will get things ready for the Bible study But yeah, I will say though, Owl, since you don't see the ads anyway, thanks again for being subscribed. Yeah. Crud. I had a thought and I just lost it. Something about my grandpa and yeah. Wow. Just poof, thought is gone. Yeah. So they had. Hello, Joe. I don't know if you could hear this because ads are running, but hi anyway. So yeah, I mean, you know, with my grandpa being the age that he is, and the fact that he was dealing with dementia, he had my, dad's side of the family. He and all his siblings essentially had made the decision to move my grandpa to some sort of care facility, I guess you'd call it an old folks home if we're being blunt about it here. But it was interesting, a little bit surprising how quickly after that his overall condition has seemed to significantly deteriorate. Although, maybe it wasn't so much deteriorate as okay, so it started off that he fell and I guess hurt himself, probably in particular his ribs. So he went to the hospital to get treated for that, and then other things happened, and last I heard he was in the ICU having trouble breathing, and yeah. So health complications, while not surprising at that age, still, I mean, yeah, it's, you don't like to hear about them. Oh, and the thing I was going to mention that I just now remembered I was going to say is that he's also, I mean, out of all of my grandparents, he's the last one living. Now, there might be a few other people in my grandparents' generation that are still alive in the family, but he's the last one. And that's, direct grandparent. Okay, Joe, you might as well ask your question before we get into the Bible study. I will attempt not to take it insensitively, unless it's really that offensive, which I find I have a somewhat high tolerance for these things. Kind of. As long as you're okay. Hey. As long as you're okay with me speaking my mind on it. But yeah, so Job chapter 3 is not terribly long. Neither is Job chapter 4, so we probably got a little bit of time to discuss something else before hopping in. Hopefully, I mean, I'll wait a little bit, but I'm not going to wait all night. But yeah, the timing of this stuff happening with my grandpa is a little bit... It's inconvenient for my dad in a way, because he's actually out on a business trip. Well, so first off, the way that things progressed with my grandpa, it was okay, first it was he just fell and got hurt. It seemed like, taking him to the hospital to have him, to have them treat him for that, he could still recover. I mean, it would take a while because of his age, but he could still recover from something like that. But then I guess just some other things that happened maybe while he was there and getting treated, it didn't go quite as expected, or I'm not quite sure. Like, it was maybe a couple of days in between hearing about his fall and then hearing that he was being admitted to the ICU. And I mean, shoot, it was just yesterday I heard he was being admitted to the ICU, and you know, it was seeming like a real significant possibility that he could pass away fairly shortly. I haven't gotten any further updates since then, so I am guessing he has not yet passed away. But as like, I'm not quite sure who exactly is paying necessarily to care for him. But I think it's understandable that, kind of like Owl mentioned earlier, you know, when it's family and you have emotional attachments, it's like, you know, there are people who are probably not going to want to see him pass on, even though they know it's probably going to happen soon. Or if they, you know, or it might be that they'd rather see it happen, you know, kind of peacefully rather than looking like it's because of some accident. Anyway, reading some of Owl's comments here now. Talking about her grandparents. Yeah, and that's also a thing, like, being taken care of to, you know, the best of doctors and nurses' ability also makes it at least more comfortable if he does pass from this and the complications thereof. Yeah. Anyway. So, I'm not taking the question as any kind of insensitive towards me. I'm not even making any of the decisions related to this, really. Not that I would decide differently. I'm not going to say that. But yeah, I mean, I honestly, I could see, like, from a very logical standpoint, it might, the cost to, you know, benefit might be questionable. I get that. But, you know, whether we like to admit it or not, a lot of us, our emotions override our logic far more often than we even recognize, probably. And this is one of the more understandable cases of having emotion override logic. Anyway, I don't really have any more thoughts on that. If we're all good here, I think I'll hop into the Bible study then. Let me get another sip of water here real quick. Okay. On to the Bible study. Okay. We have made it to Job chapter 3. First couple of chapters essentially boiled down to, all right, this Job guy was really good. Some heavenly being, questioned God and was like, well, he's only such a good guy because you've given him so many things. So, pretty much all of his possessions, or at least the vast majority of them, and his children end up dying through some freakish situations. But he still doesn't, like, get angry with God or do anything sinful in his response to that. And then this accuser, also called a Satan in a way, up in heaven talking with God, is like, well, okay, but we haven't done anything to his health. People will give up a whole lot of things to maintain their health. So then Job winds up with, like, these nasty boils all over him, to the point where he's, like, scraping his skin with pottery. And he still does not get angry with God. In fact, his wife does, essentially. But he's like, should I only take the good things from God and not the bad? Like, he gave me everything I had, and now he's taken it away. And that just shows God's might all the more. And then a few of his friends end up finding him and hearing what happened, and they, at least as of the moment, are just kind of sitting with him, joining him in the mourning that he is going through. You know, mourning with a U. It's a sad mourning. So, yeah, that brings us to chapter 3 here. Let's see what else happens. At last Job spoke, and he cursed the day of his birth. He said, "Let the day of my birth be erased, and the night I was conceived. Let that day be turned to darkness. Let it be lost even to God on high, and let no light shine on it. Let the darkness and utter gloom claim that day for its own. Let a black cloud overshadow it, and let the darkness terrify it. Let that night be blotted off the calendar, never again to be counted among the days of the year, never again to appear among the months. Let that night be childless, let it have no joy. Let those who are experts at cursing, whose cursing could rouse Leviathan, curse that day. Let its morning stars remain dark, let it hope for light, but in vain. May it never see the morning light. Curse that day for failing to shut my mother's womb, for letting me be born to see all this trouble." And that line right there at the end, or at the end of this section anyway, is why he's, like, cursing the day of his birth. Still not cursing God, so we're clear, but essentially wishing that he hadn't been born and had to deal with all this suffering, because, I mean, it is an extreme amount of loss. Not only was he a really good person, did it say in chapter 1, but it also said that he was really wealthy. I mean, he had thousands of different kinds of livestock. I know he had multiple children. I want to say 4 off the top of my head, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But he had enough wealth that his children would commonly hold, like, feasts and would, like, go to each other's feasts, probably bring some friends, and after the fact, Job would sacrifice, make offerings to God just to try and cover for any sins that they might have committed that he's not aware of. So, anyway, he's lost a ton of things. Like, can you just imagine how, let's just say, for example, a billionaire of any kind, some billionaire today, if all of what they had, minus, like, the absolute bare minimum survival, if even that amount, just all was lost in a day. First of all, it would seem unbelievable. Second, they would probably just, like, kind of go into panic mode, wondering what they're supposed to do now. So, yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily be the best person to try and get into all the symbolism that Job uses as he's essentially cursing the day of his birth. But there's a lot of darkness involved here. But that's still kind of just making or emphasizing the same general point. And there's a mention of this Leviathan in verse 8. The identification of Leviathan is disputed, ranging from an earthly creature to a mythical sea monster in ancient literature. Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen more of the sea monster depictions. But, point being, like, he's not just cursing that day himself, but also saying, like, you know what, just pile up all the curses from everybody anyone who would, like, and so we're clear, this is, like, not slang cursing, like, you know, being foul-mouthed or anything like that. This is, like, actual, you know, curse in the more traditional sense type stuff. But yeah, it's so much so that we're talking about waking mythological creatures with either the sheer noise of the cursing or just the extremity of it. Is that even the right word there? Extremity? I'm trying to say extremeness. Anyway. Alright. Rather than continuing on that same train of thought and kind of talking in circles, I will move along to verse 11. Still Job talking here. In fact, the whole chapter is Job talking. Anyway, verse 11 says, "Why wasn't I born dead? Why didn't I die as I came from the womb? Why was I laid on my mother's lap? Why did she nurse me at her breasts? Had I died at birth, I would now be at peace. I would be asleep and at rest. I would rest with the world's kings and prime ministers, whose great buildings now lie in ruins. I would rest with princes rich in gold, whose palaces were filled with silver. Why wasn't I buried like a stillborn child, like a baby who never lives to see the light? For in death the wicked cause no trouble, and the weary are at rest. Even captives are at ease in death, with no guards to curse them. Rich and poor are both there, and the slave is free from his master." Alright. this is actually also giving me a little bit of a different thought process on the fact of Job cursing the day of his birth. And again, I still think the emphasis is letting him see all this trouble. And now I think he's kind of more describing the trouble that he's talking about. He's not even necessarily talking about the trouble that he personally is experiencing with the loss of all his possessions and his children. Now he's getting into, like, just kind of saying that life in general has so much trouble. You know, hard times come and they go, but they definitely come. And people on the earth cause trouble for each other. And I think he's saying at this point, he thinks it would be he would feel better if he were dead, because he wouldn't have to deal with all the trouble that people experience on the earth. And he'd essentially, you know, he'd be free. He'd be at peace. Even more than that, he'd be able to, like, kind of chat it up with people, you know, well-known or not. Just anybody he wished, pretty much. I mean, I'm paraphrasing a little bit with that last statement of mine. But, like, even captives are at ease in death. Slave is free from his master. Like, there's all this stuff that he's talking about now of how much more peaceful it would be if he were dead. Or at least how much more peaceful he would be. So I can understand, Joe, why it could seem like, well, if you wish you hadn't been born, aren't you saying God made a mistake? And isn't that an insult to God? I certainly get your line of questioning there. I think it's more so that he's getting at, he wishes he didn't have to go through all this trouble and see that life is like this. Not so much just generally saying God made a mistake for giving him life, but more so kind of admitting that, yeah, life on Earth kind of sucks. So he's... yes, it says he's cursing the day of his birth, but it's like... his reason for that is more so, again, just because of him being so troubled in the moment. And honestly, like, dude is full of emotion right now, probably, with all the things he has lost. And also the fact that he is, like, physically being tormented by all the boils and stuff that it mentioned in the previous chapter. So it's like... I don't know. I certainly don't think I would voice my feelings in quite this way. But also, like... honestly, there's a chance I would say some even worse things. But again, his displeasure is not directed at God. His displeasure is directed at the state of existence. Especially existence on Earth. And that's not something that God necessarily caused. That's caused by just the fallen, sinful state of the world ever since, Adam and Eve's initial sin. Okay. We'll see what else he says in verse 20. See if that gives any other insight into what he's thinking here. Oh, why give light to those in misery, and life to those who are bitter? They long for death, and it won't come. They search for death more eagerly than for hidden treasure. They're filled with joy when they finally die, and rejoice when they find the grave. Why is life given to those with no future, those God has surrounded with difficulties? I cannot eat for sighing. My groans pour out like water. What I always feared has happened to me. What I dreaded has come true. I have no peace, no quietness. I have no rest. Only trouble comes. Yeah, so even more so, this last part is putting the emphasis on the trouble that he's facing. So, yeah, the general state of existence sucks, but his individual situation also sucks on top of that. And look, I'm not going to claim to be any kind of expert on, biblical or literary analysis, so I'm not sure I could even give the fullest explanation of why this is not considered any sort of insulting to God. But also, realistically, I mean, God kind of specifically made an allowance for some very bad things to happen, specifically to Job. And I'm not going to say Job has a right to curse the day of his birth, but also, it's still, none of it's pointed directly at God. So, and now he's postulating even kind of more broadly on, what's, recognizing he's not the only one that ever feels bitter or is miserable, and he's just kind of questioning why do people who don't even want to live anymore still get to continue living? Now, taking the emotion out of it, we could probably say, well, a bunch of these people end up coming out of their misery and, living on to do pretty extraordinary things in some cases. But, even if you get so specific or so glum, so depressing as talking about those with no future, assuming these people are not going to get relieved of their misery in this life, he's kind of wondering, what's the point? And I don't think, and I think that's actually sort of a genuine question on his part. So he's also not even accusing in the midst of this, but he's kind of genuinely wondering through his pain, why is this a thing that happens in life? So, if anything, he's letting his own pain, lead him to dig deeper, ask big questions, And sometimes it's in the asking big questions that we really, end up drawing closer to God, learning more, and being better off later on. But, yeah, Joe, you're saying he makes it sound like they're set up for misery. Some people, their lives sure seem like that. Like, I am not, I'm not going to say I'm too familiar with real specific examples, but I have to imagine there are people out there who, like, really their entire lives just everything, like, most people would point to some people's lives and just how miserable they are and be like, well beyond that sucks, and would wonder why was this person even born just to go through such misery. Yeah, like, there are things in this life that just seem so hard, debilitating even. Severe mental illness, severe physical impairment, or even just lives of being passed from bad situation to the next. Children who have to go into foster care because their birth parents are terrible people, or they did something really wrong and have to go to prison. And then they get, passed around in the foster system between all sorts of people who don't actually take care of them very well. And then they move into adulthood, still not really having people caring for them. And, they might end up, just as a hypothetical example that I imagine might be possible, though, then they leave the foster care system because they've aged out of it. They don't have, full-blown foster parents by this point. So they live out on the streets. They join a gang just to try and get some stuff to get by because they're promised that by the gang. And so then they start living a life of crime and constant struggle against other rival gangs, or avoiding the law, or they get caught and then they end up in prison, and it's just like one bad thing after another throughout somebody's life. And it really makes you wonder at times, what's the point of there being life like that on Earth? Especially, life that is supposed to come essentially from a good, loving God. And I don't know if this is the moment to try and get into those answers, or try and even answer those questions, because I think it'd take us away from the theme of what's going on in this chapter of Job here, where he's here in his misery, sitting with it, wrestling with it. So, rather than try to get into any sort of theology explaining this, I am going to leave it there and let those discussions come another time, when it's not getting us ahead of, what Job is sitting in. Like, sometimes we just gotta sit and realize, yeah, something sucks. And it's not, like, it's part of the human experience to feel pain, hurt, agony even, in some cases. And if we just try and get past that all the time, then we're depriving ourselves of some of the authenticity of life. Why should we not, as Job put it in the previous chapter, kind of, why should we only accept and want to experience, or, I mean, obviously we want to experience the good things, but why should we only accept the good things in this life and not the bad things? Why do we always try to just brush past the bad things, not feel them, and not, like, really even experience them? Especially as Christians, when we have an example of a suffering Savior who experienced immense physical pain. It's a different kind of pain than what Job is experiencing here. But if our Savior, the example of who we're supposed to imitate, felt such pain, who are we to try and escape it? Not that we should wallow in it per se, but recognize that it's a part of life. Like, it'll say later, I think in Ecclesiastes somewhere, that, you know, there's a season for everything. Time for joy, time for mourning, and so on and so forth. Things of that sort. Meanwhile, if we sit here and experience these things, we can then better relate to others who have experienced extreme hardship. And that's what I'm trying to get at when all is said and done. That's why I don't want us to just try and plow through this and say, well, there has to be something good that comes out of it for us personally, and we have to just move on from the pain. Eventually there will be something good for those of us who believe, whether in this life or the next. But that doesn't mean that we should just ignore or, you know, try and remove any pain from our lives. God does not promise us pain-free lives. Anyway, okay. I've probably said that point a bunch of times over in, 10 different ways at this point. So, I think I will leave my thoughts at that for Job chapter 3. Okay. I also think part of the point of the book of Job is, I know I'm not recording this, but maybe I'll mention it once I start recording again and we get deeper into this discussion in this book. But I also think part of the broader point of the book of Job is to show us that sometimes bad things just happen, sometimes life just sucks, and we have to be cognizant of that. We don't need to push past the pain. And we also shouldn't necessarily get upset with God when hard times come and bad things happen. But anyway, let me get rolling with chapter 4 here. Okay, Job chapter 4. So, first few chapters, involved this guy Job. You know, he had a really good life, was wealthy, but also lived, like, morally really well. Very upright man. In fact, seemingly the way that it described Job, the most upright man on earth. At least at that time. And an accuser, also called Satan, approached God and basically questioned Job's faith, attributing it to, you know, all the good things that he had. So then, pretty much everything that he possesses is gone. All of his children end up dying in like a freak accident kind of situation. And then, on top of that, because he still stays because Job still stays faithful in this, Mr. Accuser's like, all right, but you haven't done anything physical to him. He'll you know, he will not be so faithful to you, God of heaven, when you know, bring physical harm to him. So then God's like, all right, you can bring him pain, but don't kill him. Because, I mean, then you can't see Job's response. Like, there's no... The experiment is then ruined. Or the thought exercise. I don't know what you'd call that exactly. But the test is then ruined. So yeah, he gets these Job gets these boils all over him and is in physical pain on top of the, you know, emotional pain that he had experienced just before with everything that he lost. Last chapter, he essentially, it said he cursed the day of his birth, essentially wishing he had never been born because of not only the trouble that he personally has experienced through these tests, but also just the general state of life. And then he sort of questions, like, why must people live through such suffering? Not blaming God, not getting angry with God in any of it, just generally recognizing that in that moment, his life sucks. And he wonders what the point of not only himself, but in general, people living with such agony, what the point of that is. And it was still kind of open-ended like that at the end of chapter 3. So, now we get to chapter 4, where apparently one of his friends is going to respond. Oh yeah, by the way, I think some of his friends came and saw the state he was in and initially just kind of sat there with him to be there while he mourns. But now we're going to hear from one of the friends as we get into Job chapter 4. So here we go. Then Eliphaz the Temanite replied to Job, "Will you be patient and let me say a word? For who could keep from speaking out? In the past you have encouraged many people. You have strengthened those who were weak. Your words have supported those who were falling. You encouraged those with shaky knees. But now when trouble strikes, you lose heart. You are terrified when it touches you. Doesn't your reverence for God give you confidence? Doesn't your life of integrity give you hope? Stop and think. Do the innocent die? When have the upright been destroyed? My experience shows that those who plant trouble and cultivate evil will harvest the same. A breath from God destroys them. They vanish in a blast of his anger. The lion roars and the wildcat snarls, but the teeth of strong lions will be broken. The fierce lion will starve for lack of prey, and the cubs of the lioness will be scattered. Pausing there, because I don't want to just read the whole thing in one shot. So at first, it seems almost like Eliphaz is trying to be encouraging almost, pointing out the good things that Job has done, the ways he has helped other people. Also kind of accusing him a bit of being shaky in his faith once trouble struck him, but it's like I don't know if he's meaning to be so accusatory, although he probably is, because I mean, sort of the logical conclusion of this sort of second paragraph section here, if not other things that Eliphaz has said, is kind of like, well, bad things don't happen to good people. With the implication that, well, you must have done something wrong then, Job. But that's kind of getting into the real broad theme of Job, really kind of broader takeaway. The thing is, Job was upright. He did not commit any particular wrong that the Bible says was worth Job experiencing all this hardship. It was simply because the accuser thought he wouldn't withstand a test. So, I think in a way, part of the point of the book of Job is to challenge the assumption that only good things happen to good people and bad things only happen to bad people. Clearly, through the story of Job as an example, that is not the case. And I think many of us, in just our lives that we have lived or things that we have seen happen in other people's lives, would actually say that, no, I mean, okay, some might try and get theologically into, well, none of us are really good compared to the standard of what God says is good. But generally speaking, though, like, I think the book of Job shows us that there's some there's some truth to, you know, the idea that yes, bad things do happen to good people. Like, it's just part of the broken nature of the world ever since sin entered. So, yeah. This, though, you know, what Eliphaz is saying here was certainly a common thought of the time. You know, saying that good things happen to good people and bad things really only happen to bad people, and that, you know, like, it's almost a prosperity gospel type way of thinking. Like, if you do good, good things will happen, and if bad things are happening, it's because you did something bad. But anyway, that's kind of what he's communicating here, but we'll continue on and get more of Eliphaz's thoughts. Verse 12, I think is where we left off. This truth was given to me in secret, as though whispered in my ear. It came to me in a disturbing vision at night, when people are in a deep sleep. Fear gripped me, and my bones trembled. A spirit swept past my face, and my hair stood on end. The spirit stopped, but I couldn't see its shape. There was a form before my eyes. In the silence, I heard a voice say, "Can a mortal be innocent before God? Can anyone be pure before the Creator? If God does not trust his own angels and has charged his messengers with foolishness, how much less will he trust people made of clay? They are made of dust, crushed as easily as a moth. They are alive in the morning, but dead by evening, gone forever without a trace. Their tent cords are pulled, and the tent collapses, and they die in ignorance." Okay, seems like I unintentionally got a little bit ahead of what Eliphaz was going to say here, because this right here, he says he was essentially told in a dream vision type thing that, like, to put it back into my own words, you know, how can any of us really be considered good compared to the perfect moral standard that God has for what is good? Like, the reason there were so many laws for God's people in the Old Testament and things that they had to make sacrifices for was, like, because there had to be an assumption that they would mess up. And so the fact that they, you know, pay the price to atone for that, though, doesn't make them innocent. It just means that they've paid the price and they've covered for it. Like Jesus has now paid the price and covered for all of our sins if we just, you know, accept that. So again, I think it still kind of solidifies the implication that he thinks Job must have done something wrong. Or, like, even if Job doesn't know that he did something wrong, that, you know, no one can be considered, you know, morally perfect or innocent before God. Therefore, we are all deserving of such punishment. I mean, shoot, you get into the New Testament, in Romans, it says the wages of sin is death. Or put another way, what sin earns you, or what it should earn you, is death. So, like, bringing that into this here, it's like, yeah, realistically, I mean, we know we're not perfect. So, just from that alone, how can we make any claim that we deserve anything good? But, I mean, Job kind of already acknowledged this in a way before when he said that, you know, God had given him much and then God took much away. Just kind of matter-of-factly, he wasn't angry with God or accusing God of any wrongdoing or anything like that. I think Job already kind of knows what Eliphaz is saying here. But Eliphaz is saying it as if maybe Job doesn't. Which, Granted, I don't think Eliphaz was there when Job made the statement about God giving and taking away. Yeah, this could bring up some interesting theological questions. What Eliphaz says about, God not trusting his own angels. For good reason, though, if you consider the whole, the whole idea of Lucifer being an angel at one point and then trying to, usurp God for the throne of heaven. That's a whole theological can of worms that I don't know if this is the time to really open that up. Because that's not the main point of what's going on here. So, overall, it seems like the claim of Eliphaz is that, Job's, to use some analogies of his here, that Job's tent has collapsed and that he's been crushed because of sin. Maybe not even his own sin, but I also wonder, though, given his line of questioning and what he's saying to Job at this point, if he's kind of misunderstanding Job's questions and his cursing the day of his birth, as if he is, angry with God or offended at the whole situation. Because, it sure could sound like that. I don't think that was Job's intent with what he said, but that's still... You can imagine it coming across that way. And maybe that's what Eliphaz is taking from Job's statement in the previous chapter. Real quick, we got a couple of notes here to look at from the translators, and then I think I'll pretty much wrap it up here. So rather than spirits, it might say wind here in verse 15. So it would be a wind swept past my face. And hair stood on end. Note there says, or its wind sent shivers up my spine. See, now saying it's wind, would be a little odd to say the wind's wind. The wind of a spirit going by, though. Okay, those were actually some pretty simple notes there. Yeah, so Eliphaz, actually, this line of thinking right here isn't even, from Eliphaz himself. He was given this thought of nobody being innocent before God in this dream vision thing that he had. Did that come from God? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think it really says outright here one way or the other. But in any case, Job has questioned his existence and why he must endure such pain, why anyone has to endure such pain. And Eliphaz is coming in with hey, nobody's innocent, dude. Whether you realize it or not, you deserve this. We all kind of deserve this, but, it's bad theology to be upset, especially with God, about having hardship come like this. So anyway, yeah. I guess that wraps it up for my thoughts on Job chapter 4. And partially due to previous discussions in the stream, second Twitch ad break is about to hit. Even though the Bible study itself didn't really take a full hour per se. As it is, the planned Bible study is done for the night. So, while the ads play, I will get things ready to hop on over to Kingdom Hearts 3 and have some more tries at beating Yozora. No guarantees that I'll make it, though. But yes, encouragement is appreciated. Thanks, Seth. And any second now, Twitch ads are gonna hit. Probably. There we go. At least so my stream manager says. The stream management page on Twitch. Anywho, I digress. Okay. Might want to change the stream category on Twitch. There we go. That's done. Alright. Booting up the game on my Xbox. Toning down my background music. And yeah, okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to like sort of reload my save file and actually, what happens if I hit continue? Is it gonna take me straight to the secret episode that way? That was the last thing I tried to do. That doesn't look like that's what it's doing. Because I would have thought it would show something different. No, that is not. Okay, hang on. Not what I meant to do. Whatever. I just got curious what would happen if I hit continue. This is definitely not what I wanted. Although it does definitely show all of the Organization 13 members being defeated. Which is interesting. Because I think that also implies that you could still continue doing completionist things after that if you wanted. Actually, doing more stuff with this save file is probably kind of pointless. Although, did I... I don't think I had a Kupo coin in any of the previous attempts against Yozora, did I? I suppose it's better to be sure, you know? Okay, so I've got that file, I think that's the one that I, okay, well that one's later than this one. Okay, this one's saying Garden of Assemblage, which is where we currently are. I'm gonna overwrite that one. Because I think where it continued from was number 7 down here. Not quite sure. But anyway. Alright, back to the title screen. Now let me see if I go down here. Secret episode. Yeah. I don't think save slot number 1 appeared before. Okay, well. Let me choose that one then. Because then I know for sure I have a Kupo coin. Okay, and I think I'm going to start recording here. Okay, so I just realized after all of these attempts at Yozora, I don't think I had a Kupo coin the entire time. I don't remember, ever recovering from losing all my health, so to speak. Okay. I had removed all of my items because there's a move that he does where he can possibly take them. Otherwise, I think I just need to set up cuisine stuff. Extend the duration of cuisine bonuses by 50%. I don't think I need more. I don't think I need it to last longer. Nah. Not looking for extra grand magic stuff. I thought there was something I got before that it would... Yeah, hearty meal. There we go. Increase the stat bonuses. Which, I guess if I had more, pluses for the food items, these bonuses might be even bigger. But oh well. I don't need to save it as a favorite, because I'm probably not going to do it. Much of anything with that. Okay, I want Wheel of Fate. Cannot remove this equipment. Okay. Well, I want Wheel of Fate to be the one that's, like, actually, my default here, I think. Just because it has the highest strength, essentially. Actually, yeah. Crystal Snow, there we go. Okay. Anyway. I don't think there's much of anything else that I really have a significant reason to change. I have heard that, there are some strategies on making this easier. I just don't really know how comfortable I would feel with those. Especially with... Oh, crud. Gotta get used to all the moves again. And the patterns of blocking and stuff. This is what happens when I take a break.
You're done.
From a battle like this.
Justice. You're done.
I tried to dodge there.
Power is mine.
Yeah, see, I don't remember a Kupo coin appearing in any of my previous attempts.
This'll do it.
Crud, dodged at the wrong time there. At least all that counts as one move.
There.
You thought you'd win? Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Yes, I am definitely recording. Okay. I think the sessions are what is going to...
Let's do this. No chance. There. Nope. There. No chance. There.
Okay. Getting the muscle memory back a little bit on some of these things. Dodge, block, dodge, dodge. Maybe get a couple of hits in. So, you know, some people have mentioned that
Nice try.
if you use arrow on Yozora after stopping him like that, yeah, okay, that
You lost, shall we?
crud needed to delay that block. Needed to immediately block there. But yeah, if I got as far as I was getting
This'll do it.
without having a Kupo coin, makes me wonder. Oh, come on. Why did it have to appear behind me there?
Let's go.
Why? Why is it not working anymore? Trying to block the sword projection thing.
Now.
There.
I don't think so. You lost. Break.
Yeah, I will say,
You lost. It's on.
taking a break isn't really doing me any favors here. Yeah, this move.
Got this. You lost.
That's the move where he can take your items, if you have them. He also heals some. Red blocked too early there. And that was unblockable.
There. You thought you'd win?
That feels like it should all count as one combo, but anyway. Okay, well. It's coming back to me at least a bit quicker than I initially learned it.
Let's do this. Let's go.
But yeah, right there, I saw somebody say on Reddit that, like, you can cast arrow on him and it'll kind of knock him into the air long enough for you to use a shot lock. They specifically mentioned the one from the Ultima Keyblade, saying that it does a lot of damage to him.
No chance. There.
Doggone it.
No chance. There. You're done. Got this. You're done. Now.
Okay. I felt like my reaction to that was perfectly fine.
Let's go.
There we go.
Nice try.
Ooh, almost blocked too early there.
It's on.
Okay. I feel like I've got the flow of most of these early moves, though.
You lost.
Except for that a little bit.
Got
Oh, he took my Kupo coin. Okay. So I guess only if you don't get the counterattack in right away with that move does he take your items.
No chance.
Well, I didn't have the Kupo coin in any of my previous attempts, I don't think. So it's not like I'm any worse off. Although, does that mean he can revive?
You lost. Break.
I sure hope not. That's gonna absolutely suck if he does. Okay. So yeah, I definitely want to respond to that move properly. Might even... I mean, if that's really the only time he could take the items, then it might be worth prepping some healing stuff for myself. You know what? Let's give it a whirl. Of course, if I mess that up, then that just means he gets more items. I believe I was going with... Yeah, because I only have one regular elixir. I was going with the mega elixirs. Okay, so let me go in here. Rather than having that at elixir, let's put it at mega elixir. See, now there was also a tip for the Gigas attack thing. Although I feel like that generally hasn't been like an insurmountable problem for me. So, I guess rather than having Blizzaga here, I'm going to try having Aeroga. And see what comes of that. Okay, still got the Koopa coin there, yeah.
Let's do this. Got this. You're done. Got this. Now.
Doggone it. I meant to dodge there, but I didn't, you know, press any direction.
Shall we?
I pressed the button to block there. Crud. And that was too early.
You lost. Now. You lost. Let's go.
Oh, crud. I don't have any MP. Duh. Gotta have MP to use magic.
This'll do it. Nope. You lost. Break. You lost. It's on.
One might argue I'm kind of tempting fate here a little bit.
Now. There.
There's the opening to heal. Or at least the really good opening to heal.
You're done. Got this. You're done. Now.
Okay, can't use Aeroga right now because I don't have any MP from healing.
Nice try. You lost.
Now,
Now.
if I do well enough, but I have MP next time he's open, I could try the whole arrow thing. Arrow into a shot lock, more specifically. I pressed the button there, I thought. Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, well,
This'll do it.
not doing well enough to give myself any MP at his next opening, that's for sure. And I apparently dodged too early that time.
Let's go.
Oh, well, of course now he's open and I have MP, but
Nice try.
was going off of instinct there for a sec.
It's on.
Okay, this is the move that I cannot mess up.
This. Gotcha.
Over here.
I don't think so. Nope. There. No chance. There.
Now, as far as
There.
acting on the thing from Reddit, which mentioned the Ultima Keyblade, I can't exactly do that because I do not have Ultima in this save file.
You're done. Got this. Now.
Back off. Here we go.
That does do quite a bit of damage though, even though it's not the one from Ultima. And I can hit him some more afterwards, maybe. A little bit. I really should heal now.
Shall we?
Especially right there, it's like, okay, well if I do get hit, I don't want to lose that much max HP. Even if it is only temporary. This move.
Got this. You lost. What a pain.
Did I use my Kupo coin already in this attempt? Oh crud. That's the unblockable one.
There. This'll do it. Let's go.
No MP, so I'll just go in and attack like this.
It's over.
Nice try.
Alright. Now comes the ultimate move thing, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And this will be, let's see here, dodge, block. Ah, crud. Didn't dodge soon enough there. Oh, geez, there was more. I was not expecting more of the lasers. So somebody also mentioned at this part with the Gigas things that there's like, if you hit them with certain magic elements, that they'll actually just disappear.
It's over.
I should have healed there. I was trying so hard to lock in on what he was doing. I was not locked into what I was needing to do. Let me just make sure this stuff is still... Yep, that's still in play, and I still have Kupo coin. And all right, let's try this again.
Let's do this. There. Now.
Here we go.
Barely waited long enough for that.
Later. Ha, yeah.
What a pain.
Yeah.
You lost. Break. You lost. It's on.
Okay, so far so good. Ooh, almost blocked too late there. Or too early.
Nope. There. No chance. There. Nope. There. You're done. Got this. You're done. Let's go.
Back off.
I can't do another full shot lock, can I?
Go.
Well, let's see how much this does.
Yeah. See ya.
Nice try.
Eh. Still able to get in there with some combo moves afterwards.
You lost. Now.
Yeah, now I'm not sure how useful using Arrow Go will be. Any future times that he's open. Okay, this is the move I cannot mess up.
Got this. You lost.
Oh, so he still takes the Kupo coin anyway. What the heck? That doesn't seem fair.
What a pain.
Does that mean he's gonna use the Kupo coin? I really hope not.
There. No chance. There. There. Now.
Guess I still could have at least tried using Arrow and then just hitting him with a regular combo on top of that. Ow, I messed up the timing of that one.
It's on.
I was more focused on what I was saying and a little bit less on what I was doing.
Got this. You lost.
I don't know, like...
It's over.
No chance. There. Nope. There. Nope. There.
Heal.
I really
Got
can't help but wonder still if there's a better way to respond
Got this.
to that move where he takes your items.
This'll do it. Let's go.
Because if there's no way to avoid him taking your items, then there's almost no point in having items on you.
Yeah. It's over.
What a pain.
He's probably going to do the ultimate move now, yeah. Okay, hang on a sec. I say use it, but don't try attacking him when he uses the stealing attack so you don't... Actually, very easy to dodge. When he uses that attack, just glide away and keep circling the stage. That doesn't have much range. Huh. Okay. Yeah. So he will use it. Daggum. Okay, but the thing is, previous times, I guess the whole sticking to the edge of the stage is what has to happen. Although, I mean, does it actually avoid the attack entirely to where he doesn't even heal? Because that's the problem if you're caught in the beam, but just don't make contact with him, he still takes your health throughout the whole attack, as long as you're in the beam. But I guess better that than taking a freaking Kupo coin from you. Anyway. I tried to dodge that one. I guess maybe I didn't dodge the one before it early enough. Oh, come on. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Now that he's taken my Kupo coin, I don't know how much it's worth trying to keep this going. Okay. I don't know. If I find that he still takes my health...
Let's do this.
Nope. There.
No chance.
There.
No chance.
There.
You lost.
Break.
You lost. You're done. Got this. You're done.
There. Now.
That's not what I meant to do right then. Wow, I just royally flubbed that. I think I'm just gonna let myself die here. And yes, even with the Kupo coin in my possession, I'm still just gonna...
Now.
You thought you'd win?
Okay. Although, I guess I could have at least, you know, tried to live long enough to see him use
Let's do
the
this.
red beam attack, the
There.
item stealing attack. Okay, now this might actually work.
Here we go.
Wow. How did I miss him so completely there?
It's on.
And because I approached him too closely, I actually got hit with his attack earlier instead. Wow. Yeah, maybe I should at least try to get to that item stealing attack just to see
You lost.
if
Got this.
trying to glide away from
You're
it
done. Got
also
this.
keeps him from taking my health.
This'll do it. Now. Back off.
Can't even get a full shot lock on him anyway, so...
Nice try. You lost.
Break.
You lost. Shall we?
Okay.
Got this.
Okay, so if I stay far enough away, I can actually
Got this.
keep him from taking as much of my health, I guess.
Now.
And he definitely doesn't take my items then, so... That's something worth noting, I guess. Alright. I guess that's the strat moving forward. Because, yeah, definitely don't want him getting a Kupo coin. That is the least helpful thing that could happen. In fact, it's like the most unhelpful thing that could happen.
Let's do this.
Oh, he's starting off with this. Great. Does that mean he's gonna have the unblockable stuff mixed in with his regular attacks right off the bat? Again. Okay.
Here.
Oh, come on.
Ready for this?
Okay. Block, dodge. I tried to dodge. Why didn't it dodge?
Let's go.
Oh, crud. That. How did I forget about that? Well, Kupo coin is used up now. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? So yeah, even when he does the ultimate right away, he still mixes in unblockable stuff afterwards. Okay.
Let's do this. No chance.
There. Nope. There. Nope. There.
Okay.
You're done. Got this. You're done.
There. Now.
I freaking tried to block the sword.
This'll do it.
No chance.
That's dumb.
You lost.
Now.
You lost. It's on.
Now. There. There.
Okay, will it let me block the sword this time? Yes. Maybe should have tried to do the whole arrow and shot lock thing, but whatever.
Nice try.
He's only willing to take so many hits anyway. So many hits at a given time. Crud, too early.
There. Nope. There.
You lost. Break. You lost. Got this. You're done. Got this.
Oh, jeez.
This'll do it. Now.
Shot lock time. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that does more than just a regular combo.
Nice try.
Also, his stopping your attack is clearly not dependent upon him landing on the ground. Not that I ever thought it was, but in case anyone did, it has just been proven that that is not the case. Okay. Made him miss there.
Got this.
And there.
Got this.
Ooh, there we go. All right.
Gotcha.
I don't think he gained anything from that.
There.
Of course, that minor win is going to be kind of pointless if I mess other things up too badly.
There.
Let's go. Nice try.
One thing for sure, he has definitely not taken my Koopa point away, which is the big thing you want to avoid with him doing that red tractor beam looking attack.
Shall we?
Crud, blocked too soon. Oh, jeez.
Got this.
Okay.
Got this. Got this.
Okay, so it's really more
Gotcha.
about going sideways with that.
No chance.
There.
No chance.
There.
Okay, good. Was kind of hoping he would do that, so I had a decent opening to heal. Decent opportunity.
You're done.
Whatever.
Got this. You're done.
Same meaning, essentially.
Now.
Okay. I still think I'm gonna need another combo or two after this
Nice try.
before I get to his ultimate.
You lost. Break. You lost. It's on.
Okay, to the air we go.
Got this. Got this.
Yeah, definitely focus on horizontal movement here.
Got this.
Like, you know, left, right movement.
Now. There.
Left, right movement, of course, as opposed to, like, forward and back movement, I guess. Might be ultimate move time. Not quite sure about that yet. Nope, not yet. Okay. That might actually be better for me. Because I'll be able to get a whole nother combo in before he does that then. Which means I'm thinking a little bit less health to deal with after the fact.
Got this. Got this. Got this. Gotcha.
Yeah, literally no gains for him there.
There. No chance. There. Nope. There. You lost. Now. You lost. Got this. You're done. Got this. This'll do it. Now. I don't think so.
Okay. Now it's time for the ultimate. Doggone it, I hate how kind of unpredictable that move is. How are you supposed to know how many times that he's gonna do the fake out? Okay.
Come on.
Oh, come on, really? Right off the bat? Ah! I was just about to recover my MP, doggone it.
It's over. There. Let's go.
Oh wow, I really did not expect to be able to hit him there.
I don't think so.
Especially with how much time it took me to get to him. Ouch. Doggone it. That's not good.
I don't think so.
What is this? What is this attack?
This'll do it.
Healing.
Break.
Ah, crud. Okay. So that... Ah, good golly, that whole freaking combo. Other than that little part in the middle where he goes up to you more directly... that whole thing is unblockable then. Daggum. It's just a whole nother layer to have to deal with after surviving the ultimate. Man.
Let's do this. You're done.
One of the many reasons why this is clearly the toughest battle in the game. I'd probably even say it's pretty safe to say the toughest in the whole series. That's maybe at least debatable, you know, toughest in the whole series, but it's got to be up there if it isn't number one.
It's on.
Okay. I've got pre-ultimate pretty well figured out, except when he comes in real quick with that, and I'm not ready for it. I tried to block there.
Let's go.
Definitely can't use arrow because I've used my MP on healing.
Nice try.
Did I get a shot lock on him already?
You lost. Break.
I'm thinking I probably did. Yeah, I definitely did. So I wouldn't even be able to get another full shot lock on him anyway. People did, to that effect, also recommend maybe having some refocusers in your item stock for Sora instead of, well, or perhaps in addition to elixirs and the like.
You are.
Oh, he's, wow! Even that one last little bit. Okay, well, screw it then.
You thought you'd win?
Second he takes a Kupo coin, it's basically a waste. Especially since I wasn't that far into the battle. Ugh.
Let's do this.
So I need to continue staying away from him.
You're done. Got this.
Till the very end of that move. Combo thing.
Now.
What a pain. You lost.
Now.
You lost. It's on.
Okay. Really trying to lock in on this now.
Now. There.
Because, I mean, I gotta do well at this part if I want to make it to the later part, to even, like, learn how the
This'll do it.
moves are different after the ultimate.
Let's go. Nice try. You lost. Break.
Oh, man.
You lost. Shall we?
Whoa. Almost messed that up with an extra dodge in there. Okay, time to glide. Might help if I lock onto him.
Got this. Got this.
Okay. Do not go towards him. There is no opening at the end of that combo.
Now.
Or attack. Whatever you want to call it.
There.
You're done. Got this. You're done.
There. Now.
What the... Did I do the dodge and block attempt a bit too late? Was that the problem?
You lost.
Now.
Oh well. At least that kind of stuff I can recover from without, you know, using up an item or anything. Okay.
Got this.
Whoa. That was kind of close.
Got this.
Okay.
Got this.
Continue.
Gotcha.
Movement to the left.
Now. There. There.
Let's go.
See, the problem with knowing and reacting to his moves a bit better, well, mixed in with some mess
I
ups,
don't
but
think so.
See, the thing is, now each attempt is taking longer.
Shall we?
Because I'm generally lasting longer. Wow, that seemed like extra delayed. That one did not. That one is not delayed. It is never delayed.
Got this. Got this. Got this.
Okay.
You lost.
Oh, come on!
There.
See, okay. That I messed up a little bit. And now I don't have the Koopa coin for later on. When I probably really need it more.
Got this. You're done. Got this.
Unless I happen to fare really well against his other moves.
Nice try.
That's what I was hoping he would do when I needed to heal, so then I'd have a better opening to heal.
It's on. Got this. Got this.
I don't know why moving to the left
Got
seems more comfortable in these situations for me.
Gotcha.
Nope. There.
No chance.
There.
No chance.
There.
You lost. Break. You lost.
There.
Let's go.
What? Ah, come on!
This'll
I
do
did
it.
the thing there.
Nope.
But I moved to the right. Maybe that's the problem.
Shall
No,
we?
not really. Because sometimes that particular dodge and block has failed when moving to the left as well.
Got this. Got this. Got this. Gotcha.
Now. There.
Crud, too early on that. Oh well.
You're done. Got this. You're done.
There. Now.
Ultimate incoming? Question mark? No, not yet. Okay. No, he's got to lose another health bar before that happens.
It's on.
I can't imagine trying to do this on freaking
Got this.
critical mode and or level 1 run like
Got
some
this.
people do with these games.
Got
That's,
this.
ugh. I may like the series, but I am not that
No chance.
intense when it comes to challenging myself.
You lost.
Now.
You lost. This'll do it. Let's go.
Okay.
I don't think
Now
so.
we're probably gonna get to the ultimate. Doggone it. Really?
Come on.
Oh, jeez. Oh, right, I can't block those. Doggone it. I would like to try at least one more time. I can't specifically think of anything else to do to improve my chances. All the cuisine bonus is still going. Yeah, no, I got nothing. Okay, well.
Let's do this.
One more try, maybe?
There.
You lost.
Break.
Maybe I won't screw it up quite as much in the early going and lose the Kupo coin
Got this.
before it's actually more desperately needed.
Now.
Back off! Here we go! Later!
What a pain.
Okay, more of this.
You lost.
Now.
You lost. Shall we?
Dodge block. Dodge. Delayed block. Dodge block.
Now. There.
Okay.
Let's go.
Makes me wonder if I should still use arrow in those situations.
You lost.
Break.
Even though I can't get a full shot lock in.
You lost. It's on.
I mean, because arrow itself still deals a bit of damage. And now here's this.
Got
The
this.
part that I really don't want to mess up.
Got this.
Especially not before I've used my Koopa
Got
coin.
this. Gotcha.
Nope. There.
No chance.
There. Nope. There.
I do appreciate the much more audible trigger for that combo.
You're done. Got
'Cause I think that
You're
that's like the only case in which, well,
There. Now.
fact that he starts off saying nope is pretty noticeable. I'll just leave it at that.
What a pain.
And when he does, I begin to expect rapid lasers.
Shall we? Got this.
Okay.
Got
Avoiding this.
Got this.
Okay.
Lost.
I think I'm safe from that now.
There. Nope. There.
I didn't hear him say the thing. I mean, I kind of should have known something was coming.
Do it.
Let's go.
Oh, definitely can't use arrow there because I have no MP
Nice try.
because I healed.
It's on.
Okay. More of this.
Got this.
Just keep gliding. Just keep gliding.
Got this. Got this. Gotcha.
Nope.
But yeah, I cannot emphasize enough. Gliding in like the left-right plane, not the or left-right axis.
You lost. Got this. You're done. Got this.
Doesn't really work so well against the tractor beam if you try to just move. If you just try to glide away from him, it doesn't really work. I mean, you won't get your items stolen, but then he heals because he gets you stuck in the beam.
Got this. Got this. Got this.
Because, as you can see, he extends it out pretty far to start with. Doggone it, I dodged too early. Maybe a bit risky healing there, but would have been a whole lot riskier losing the max HP.
I don't think so.
Okay, now he's gonna do this stuff. Okay, my MP's back, that's good. Alright. Yeah, dodge block those, dodge block those. Do that whole sequence again. Okay, Gigas time.
Here.
Yeah, so I've heard, just using that as an example, if you strike them with the right elements of magic, they just go poof like that.
Ready for
The
this?
first one's fire. I tried to dodge there. What are you doing to me?
Now.
Alright, I'm gonna heal now rather than attacking him more. How did I dodge that? Doggone it. Did you? Ah, come on.
I don't think so.
Yes, I used a Mega Elixir there.
This'll do it. Break.
Okay. Doggone it. Did it have to be so immediate with that? Yes, I know I'm cheesing with the Mega Elixirs right now. I kinda don't care.
You're done.
Oh, crud. Still supposed to block there. And now I'm like, okay, when do I get an opening against you? I guess it's still this. Alright, well, there is hope. Whew, that was almost too early.
Now.
Ah, crud. Okay, well, Kupo coin used.
Now. There.
Okay, so a couple of the combos are still the same. He just adds some variations to a couple of them, and also adds a couple of new attacks in there. Doggone it. Didn't realize there was still more.
Break.
Coming in with that interruption in the middle of that is rough, man. How am I supposed to guess that?
This'll do it. Now.
Really? Like, I blocked when I needed to. And I don't have any MP right now, so I just... Okay. Speaking of MP, I have mine back. That hits a lot quicker. Crud, blocked too early. You gotta be kidding me! I pressed the button to block there! Oh, doggone it. I feel like I'm kind of getting close now. So, like, I kind of want to keep... because if I take a break and come back to it later, the muscle memory is going to need some time to return. And I noticed, I'm not sure if it was after the Kupo coin was used exactly, or if even, like, after using the Mega Elixirs.
I don't think so.
It happened, but either way, my focus gauge came back in the midst of that. So had I
Shall we?
gotten an opening against him and hit him with arrow, I basically could have done that whole thing with the shot lock again.
No chance.
Oh, jeez.
No chance.
Somehow was not ready for that move.
You lost. Break.
Doggone it, really? I screwed that up royally.
Got this.
But it's too early for me to feel like
Got this.
using certain items and things.
Let's go.
Back off! Take this!
Nice try.
Heal!
Haha! MP came back just in time.
It's on.
Or HP came back just in time. Max HP to be more specific. Anyway.
Got this.
Alright.
Got this.
Continuing to glide sideways.
Got this.
And not get too close.
Nope. There.
No chance.
There. Nope. There. There.
Oh, crud. I have to actually block that second hit. Gotta be kidding me.
This'll do it. No chance.
Makes it take even longer when I don't get the openings because I screw up my defending of the attack just before it that causes the opening in the first place.
Got this.
That one was close.
Got this. Got this. Gotcha. Now.
There.
Doggone it, there's a delay in that one.
You're done. Got this. You're done.
There.
Let's go.
What the? That's not what I meant to do at all. Why did you make me do that? Oh well. Fortunately,
What a pain.
it maintained its effect long enough for me to still get a combo in.
It's on. Got this.
Okay.
Got this. Got this. Gotcha. No chance.
There. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. There.
At least it let me come in and start blocking after I got hit by the first thing. Ouch.
You lost. This'll do it.
How did I lose that much max HP there?
I don't think so. You lost.
Alright, let's block with the correct timing here maybe now.
You lost. Shall we?
Maybe could have healed there. Like, before he really got into this combo.
Got this.
And now I feel like I don't really have the time for that.
Got this. You lost. Now.
Okay. I know from experience that is a long enough delay for me to heal.
Got this. You're done. Got this.
There.
Let's go.
Okay, probably still gonna need another combo after this one before he does his ultimate
Next try.
move thing.
It's on. Got this.
Yeah.
Got this. Got this.
Yeah. At least for this particular moment.
Now.
I feel like I've got most of the pre-ultimate phase pretty nailed down, other than the occasional misstep here and there. Okay.
Now.
That right there being an example of one such misstep, just saying.
I don't think so.
Okay. Here comes this. Even some parts of this, I feel like I've got down pretty well. It's more so going to be about figuring out the stuff after this. If I don't mess this up. Dodge, block, block, dodge, block, block. Do that whole sequence one more time. And Giga's time.
Here.
I can get rid of that first one. I don't think I have the proper magic equipped or like shortcutted, if that's even a word, to deal with the others.
It's over.
There.
I tried to dodge after the block there. Crud. I was supposed to dodge that first and then block. No! And there goes the Kupo coin. And just a bunch of my health, because I messed up one little thing. Doggone it, that moment right there when he does the... Ugh. Screw it.
Ready for this?
No, I genuinely am not sure that I am ready for this. I tried to block there.
This'll do it.
Ooh.
Now.
Oh, this, yeah. Doggone it. What? That doesn't all count as one combo? Are you kidding me? There was like no room to do anything in there. How do you... That's stupid. Ugh. I know I'm going well beyond how long I normally would, but... Ugh. Okay. One more, at least halfway decent, attempt. That is all I will do tonight.
Let's do this.
Now.
Back off!
What a pain. Shall we?
So I'm not sure what ability I have going or whatever that gives me MP from blocking, but hey, you know what? I ain't arguing.
No chance.
There. Nope. There.
No chance.
There.
You're done. Got this. You're done.
This'll do it.
Let's go.
Well, you might think maybe I could use Aeroga before getting into a combo there. It sort of messed me up one time. I mean, I still got the combo in eventually, but like, it way threw me off because I unintentionally got into the, like, updraft from the air magic.
Got this.
Okay.
Got this. Got this. Gotcha.
Now.
There we go.
There. There.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely works out that I
Now.
regain MP from blocking here, because there's so much blocking that you do in this battle. Especially early on.
You lost. Break.
After the ultimate, you gotta do a little more dodging.
You lost. Shall we? Got this. Got this. Got this. You lost. No chance.
There. Nope. There. Nope.
Okay, so sometimes he'll start that off saying nope, sometimes he'll start it off saying no chance. Either way, he has a habit of doing that quite often after not getting you with the tractor beam.
You're done. Got this. Let's go. I don't think so. You lost.
Now.
Okay.
You lost. It's on.
Not going to say anything about how well this is going so far. Because usually when I do that is when something goes wrong.
Got this.
Also, the more I talk, the more I tend to mess things up. So,
Gotcha.
just that in general.
Now. There.
Okay. And then I think after this, he's gonna... Yeah.
Now.
I still think I'll need one more combo after this one before he gets into his ultimate.
Nice try. Shall we?
Okay. I mean, eventually, you just respond to moves so much that there literally is just a muscle memory. Assuming you've ever figured out how to deal with it at all.
Got this.
I barely even have to think about this
Got
stuff.
this. Gotcha.
Now.
Okay.
There.
That was almost too early.
You're done. Got this. You're done.
Oh, he's hitting me with this one instead of the other thing where he eventually flings... Oh, come on!
Now.
Nice try.
Okay, time to heal. Getting into the ultimate. I think I might have gotten his HP a little extra low for... Well, if I'm alive after this. Okay. MP is back. Good.
Here.
Whoa. That was almost really bad. Ouch. Okay. Healing.
Ready for this?
For that attack, yes. Why? I guess I just am not allowed to block that.
This'll do it.
Okay, getting some hits in here, which means I'll have less work to do
What a pain.
when he's got different moves. Doggone it, I was so close to not having that happen. But hey, at least I had MP, so I didn't have to use an elixir or anything like that. Okay, just tons of blocking there.
You lost. Break.
Haha!
You lost.
Responded entirely correctly to that. Oh, and now for my least favorite move. Because you practically have to just guess when he's gonna come at you. Or like how many fake outs he's gonna do, you know? I blocked there. Darn you. Oh, crud. Why did no. You gotta be kidding me. I think I still have the Kupo coin, though.
There.
Really? Well, there's the Kupo coin.
It's over.
I tried to dodge in there, but it didn't let me, and crap.
There. Now.
No, wanted to do this. Because I have focus available again to do a shot lock. Yeah, I'm kind of sort of cheesing with Mega Elixirs. Don't care at this point.
What a pain.
You're off. Now.
Ooh.
You're off. Nope. There.
Okay.
There.
No chance.
There.
It's on. I don't think so.
The fake outs, man. I do not appreciate the fake outs. Whoa. Thought I dodged too early there.
Break.
Okay. Oh yay, my least favorite. Why did I block right then? That was dumb. Healing. So maybe it's kind of dependent on the way that he... Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me! Didn't have enough time to use an item in there, even though I used it as soon as I could. Ugh. Now am I gonna make myself a liar and keep going when I said I would do one more? Just... I'm like this close. And I don't want to lose the muscle memory. I will definitely cut this off. Like, if I start seeing the next ad break, I'm done. Period.
Let's do this.
Now.
I blocked too soon there. Oh well.
You're done. Got this. Your power is mine.
I tried to dodge there. But I guess it was just a tiny bit too late. Whatever. What do you... How did the water hit me there? Yeah, this attempt is a wash. Or whatever, a waste. Insert word here that means it's really not worth it.
There.
You thought you'd win?
That's one of like two things that
Let's do
just
this.
absolutely ruins
No chance.
There. Nope.
any given attempt at this. I mean, not that it's technically insurmountable, but it just becomes so much harder.
You're done. Got this. You're done. Let's go.
Here we go.
Really?
Shall we?
I didn't get to him in time, so it had me keep pursuing him, and then he was doing the one thing where otherwise he waits for a while.
Now. There. There.
But because I got close to him, yeah, that thing. Normally he waits, but if you get close to him, he'll just take a big old swing at you anyway.
This'll do it. Now.
It's over.
What a pain.
Heal.
It's on.
Okay. Almost too early there. Okay, now we got this.
Got this. Got this.
Okay. First thing I'm wondering right now, is it possible to be at this point without super glide?
You lost.
And if so, is that even doable with just the regular glide?
Got this. You're done. Got this.
There. There.
Let's go.
Yeah. Back off.
What a pain.
Okay. I think that's what my third combo I've gotten on him.
You lost. Shall we? Got this. Got this.
Also, being
Got
locked
this.
on definitely helps with this.
You lost.
Nope. There.
No chance.
There.
No chance.
There.
Okay. I mean, not every combo is really aided that much by locking on. But I don't know if it ever really hurts, and especially for the tractor beam kind of thing, locking on helps a lot, because then you know the reference point from which you're supposed to, you know, glide away.
It's on.
This thing right here.
Got this.
You know, the item stealer attack.
Got this. Got this. You lost.
Now.
You lost.
Break.
You lost. You're
The
done.
openings take so freaking long to
Got
get
this.
to
You're done.
sometimes.
Yeah. Take this.
What a pain.
Probably next combo I get on him will trigger the ultimate.
Shall we?
Crud. How did I mess that up? I don't know.
Got this.
Just, now trying not to let one mess up turn into another.
Got this.
And it seems like, so far, that particular effort is a success.
Now.
Cool. That was almost too soon. Okay.
This'll do it. Now.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Ultimate definitely triggered. Okay. So, block and block and dodge and dodge. And then there's my least favorite part. Oh, crud. Yeah. I'm starting to think there's got to be something about the way that he flips.
Come on.
Ouch. Really? Heal.
It's over.
Okay.
There.
I tried to dodge and it didn't let me. What the crap?
Let's go.
Really? Did I dodge and block wrong there or something? Come on.
This'll do it.
And it doesn't let me do jack squat about pretty much any of that stuff. Doggone it! Why? I was able to avoid that once or twice before.
Ready for this?
Really?
This'll do it.
You lost.
Okay.
You lost.
Oh wow, he didn't even. Doggone it. Did I actually just use two of them there and now I've gotten hit by it? Ugh. Because I was taking a moment to try and heal myself there, I got hit by this thing and... Oh, come on, really?
It's over.
Whoa. Hey, I didn't get hit by that finisher at all. Oh my gosh. Like, let me do something about this freaking attack!
This'll do it.
Especially since that's the only one, well, not the only one, but one of the few, two to be exact, where there's any kind of freaking opening.
Break. You lost. No chance. There. Nope. There.
Yeah,
It's on.
feels like I'm still not going to win this attempt. Used too freaking many elixirs already.
Ready for this?
I blocked like the millisecond I saw him there. Oh yay, this part. And I keep doing things to block these attacks and stuff, and it's just not working. Well, okay.
This'll do it.
Didn't get a hit there at least.
Let's go.
It. And by the time I would finish the next attempt, it's just, I will be past my time. So, okay. This, for sure, 100%, is going to have to be the last one then. I've already made myself tired enough this week as it is.
Let's do this. You're done. Got this. You're done. There. Now.
Back off!
Okay.
Here we go! Later!
See, I wonder if I saved that for, like, closer to when he was
What a pain.
gonna trigger his ultimate, like... Would that actually be the better strategy? Because then I could chip away at more of his health for the back half of that. You know, after he does the ultimate.
Nope. There. No chance. There. Nope. There. This'll do it. Let's go.
Why? Why did it hit me there?
Now.
It's like because I'm being forced to dodge
Let's go.
forward, it doesn't let it work anymore? I don't know.
Nice
Like, it
try.
doesn't let the block work. There's some shenanigans going on with that. And I don't like it.
It's on.
Okay, time to fly.
Got this. Got this. Gotcha. No chance. There. Nope. There. No chance. There.
Alright.
Got this. You're done. Got this.
There.
Now. What a pain.
Okay.
You lost. Great.
Yeah, this is one of the two combos that gets modified a bit post ultimate move.
Shall we?
'Cause it adds some unblockable stuff in there. But the pyramid one stays the same. I have yet to see him do this post ultimate. I don't think, anyway.
Got this.
And then, of course,
Got
the move where he, like, kind of
You lost.
charges up his big
Nope.
max HP
There.
damaging slash.
There.
This thing. That's the other one that changes post ultimate. Of course, there's also one or two moves that he just adds brand new, sort of after. Doggone it!
This'll do it. Now.
There.
What a
Punk.
pain.
I think I'm gonna heal, actually.
It's on.
I feel pretty confident in my ability to avoid most of these moves most of the time, that reducing the risk of losing a bunch of max HP
Got this.
seems pretty appealing.
Gotcha. No chance.
There. Nope. There.
No chance.
There.
It's almost too early there.
You're done. Got this. You're done.
There.
Let's go.
Didn't mean to dodge twice there, but whatever. As long as I still get my combo in.
What a pain.
And not time for the ultimate yet.
You lost. Now.
Gotta be getting close though.
You lost. Shall we?
Okay. Pyramid thing.
Got this.
Now I'm gliding the other way, and I don't feel as comfortable with it,
Got
but oh
this.
well. Seems like I'm making it work.
Got this. Gotcha.
Okay.
Nope.
It was like he kind of started rotating around to my left, so I was like, wait, I don't want to go that way. This is the one where the sword projection has been giving me fits. Okay.
What a pain.
Okay, ultimate move. With nothing too significant lost as of yet. Ooh. That was almost really bad. Doggone it. This is not a good state to be in going into the Gigas situation.
Here.
Oh, geez, what? I wasn't expecting them to show up right then. I thought he was gonna do the other move where he charged in at me. Was I not remembering that correctly? Like, what the heck?
Ready for this?
Yeah, I was expecting that attack right then. I don't know why.
There. Let's go.
Why did that hit me anyway? I dodged and blocked. Freaking... Ah. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I can't keep trying this. I am literally losing sleep over it. Ugh. As much as it annoys me that I'm gonna have to pick it up again and relearn the muscle memory all over, it's not worth my own freaking health or whatever you want to say about it. Alright, well, who knows? Maybe if, maybe depending on how things go tomorrow, I might try a little bit then, after my other planned recordings. That's all gonna get tossed out the window, though. Not much sense in using a recording where I didn't actually, you know, make any progress again. Like, a couple of bits of that when I was first learning the battle, just to show, you know, the learning process a bit. That, yeah, sure, whatever, but, ugh. Okay. But yeah, now it's too late for me to just keep going. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed some aspect of it, even though it was rather repetitive, I'll admit. But at some point, I really just gotta beat that stuff. And even if I have to record a bit while I'm not streaming to get that squared away, then yeah. Okay, so stream schedule for the upcoming couple of weeks. Tomorrow's main focus is going to be Borderlands 4 progress. Although, actually, not really progress. That's right. I told myself I was going to do some actual side questing stuff, you know, before getting into, like, the final... Or, I don't know if it's the final story mission per se, but, like, actually focusing primarily on the Timekeeper, the main villain of the story. So anyway, Borderlands 4 side questing tomorrow. Next week will be Job chapters 5 and 6, and then, because we'll be heading into the first Friday of the month, Gems of War after the Bible study. A week from tomorrow is game has yet to be revealed. I have a specific plan for it, but, you know, in lieu of wrapping up Kingdom Hearts 3 in particular, I gotta record something that I'll put in that time slot. I mean, I could break away from the schedule a little bit and maybe try recording some reviews and stuff instead and slip those into the Tuesday video edit release slot for a bit while I'm not beating Yozora, but I would maybe only do that once. I don't want to keep falling back on that a ton. Plus, like, there's only so many games that I could really do a review of. Anywho, I'm leaning towards just going ahead with what I had planned. And then maybe after that, I could hop back into... Because I would sure hope by the time I finish that game that I'll end up beating Yozora and I could put a wrap on Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. Anywho, very much train of thought going on right now, as you could tell. 2 Thursdays from now, obviously, will be more Bible study. That'd be Job 7 and 8. And game kind of to be determined, somewhat likely to be Hades again. Because that's about where I'd be in the rotation. Unless I still haven't beaten Yozora by then. I might put some more time into... I don't know. But, yeah. So... All right, let me try and be a little more succinct about things. So, tomorrow, Borderlands 4 side questing. Next Thursday, Job 5 and 6, and then Gems of War, second half of that stream. Next Friday will be game that I have a plan for but haven't mentioned because I kind of want to keep it a surprise. And then the following Thursday, so two weeks from today, would be Job 7 and 8, and then some game to be determined. Could be Hades, could be Slay the Spire. We'll see. Chill game time to just hang out and chat and stuff after Bible study. Anywho, okay. There's the upcoming couple of weeks schedule for you there. All right. I am seeing somebody I follow who is streaming right now, who I know for a fact I have not rated them in a long time. So, yeah. Raid has been initiated. Again, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you soon for another stream. Feel free to check out edited stuff on YouTube in between. Otherwise, hope you're all doing well. And whatever ends up happening, until next time, stay cool, everybody.